Can you give me your date of birth?
September 1st, 1919.
Okay. And give me the names of your mother, your father, and the siblings that were in your house when you were growing up.
My father was named Aaron Moisevich Tolkachov, and my mother was Freda Tolkachov. I had one sister whose name was Bella Tolkachov. That's all.
Okay. Were they religious or traditional?
They would have liked to be religious. They were learned. However, in Russia at that time, to practice religion was forbidden.
Okay. Where were you liberated from?
I married my husband, who was, prior to Second World War, Polish citizen. He was in Russia during the war. After the war was over, there was a short time exchange of citizens from different countries to their country of birth. So being in Russia, where we got married, he was allowed to emigrate to Poland as former Polish citizen. And I, as his wife, was allowed to go with him. That's how we left Russia. We landed on the Polish part of Poland that was Germany at that time. The town was Wałbrzych.
Can you spell that for me?
Wałbrzych, to the
Okay.
best of my knowledge.
Now, was there any particular reason you ended up in that town?
Yes, I was working as a young doctor in Pinsk, which was former Poland, but at that time belonged to Russia. And that's where I met my husband and married. I lost my parents, that was killed during the war. I'm sorry.
Take your time.
And I had only one sister left, but she was working in Siberia at that time as engineer chemistry. So I had no one, and because of my husband, former Polish citizen, I had right to leave the Russia. And my husband had family in Israel and in the United States. And we were hoping and praying someday to reach these countries of freedom. And that's why I left Russia Poland together. I left Russia to go to German part of Poland together with him.
Now, when you were in Russia, I'm just going to backtrack. Did you need to be liberated, or were you?
No, I
Okay.
did it on my free will,
Okay, so you were.
having a chance to
Okay.
go to a country where I can practice as a Jew and also to be free
Okay.
to follow my future life together with my husband and children.
So in Russia, you weren't free.
I was free to a certain extent. I got my education. I went to medical school there. I have other advantages, but I was not free to practice my religion.
But to what extent did the war change your life? I'm only asking that to lay a groundwork. I don't want to get too much into it.
The war changed my life. First and the most, um, the bitterness and the awesome feeling of losing the life of my parents because they were Jew. And that remained with me throughout all my life.
I understand.
And because of that, I wanted to live in a place, in a country where I can practice my Jewish religion, which I couldn't do it in Russia,
Now,
and raise my future generation of children to let them know that they never had grandparents because they were Jews.
okay. How long did you stay in this Polish town? And when did you get there? What year? Would it be 1944, 1945?
No, it was 1943, 42.
45 and we were still in Pinsk already. How can be 40? 45 we was in Pinsk.
What year was that?
What year?
I have a suggestion.